Hello and welcome to Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and it's Monday, April 17th. Tesla is facing a backlash from employees at Giga Factory Shanghai who are complaining about their performance bonuses having been cut, reportedly because of an accidental death at the factory. The report from Reuters links the accident to a death of a Tesla worker at the welding workshop on February 4th, although a government investigation concluded that the worker was at fault. It's not uncommon in China to have compensation reduced because of a safety incident, but it's generally linked to a safety bonus and not a performance bonus such as this case. Tesla workers have been voicing their concerns on Chinese social media and even on Twitter, where it is officially blocked in that country. Tesla's recent further price cut should be taken as a warning for other automakers amid what some see as an EV price war, says the Renault CEO Fabrice Cambolive. Since the start of the year, Tesla has adjusted its pricing many times, including 2 significant price drops across the entire lineup. Following the most recent price drop in Europe last week, Fabrice Cambolive, the head of Renault brand, said, quote, "It's clear that Tesla cutting prices is a challenge, starting with the cost side of things. It's a warning that we are looking at." He went on to say, quote, "We will analyze country by country, market by market, which level of competitiveness we need to have to stay in the game." Tesla's primary battery supplier, Panasonic, is once again looking to build a new factory in the U.S. after recently announcing one. Nikkei reports, quote, "Panasonic Holdings is considering Oklahoma and 2 other U.S. states for a major investment as it plans to boost production of electric vehicle batteries in the country." Now, it should be noted that it's not clear if this factory would be intended to supply Tesla. Tesla is Panasonic's biggest customer by far, and Tesla said that they would buy all the battery cells that they can get their hands on. So it does stand to reason. Oklahoma was reportedly in the running for a factory announced last year from Panasonic, but Kansas won that one over. Oklahoma is reportedly back in the running, but the publication reports that Panasonic could decide to build a facility in Kansas or Nevada. The report also claims that the Japanese manufacturer is open to battery investments in Canada and Mexico. Following its delayed but long-anticipated battery guidance pertaining to federal EV tax credits, the U.S. Treasury Department's requirements are about to kick in, and we don't have great news for all prospective EV buyers. Beginning tomorrow, EVs from major automakers and other smaller ones will no longer qualify for any tax credit at the federal level. As a matter of fact, the Tesla Model 3 is going to have its credit cut in half. We have an updated list on our site, but here's how it stands right now. Some plug-in hybrids were cut from the running, such as the Audi Q5 TFSIe Quattro, the BMW 330e, the X5 xDrive 45e, and the Volvo S30. For the pure electric side of the cuts, the Genesis electrified G70 no longer gets a tax credit, the Volkswagen ID4, and both the Rivian R1T and R1S. Now that these vehicles are off the list, it's not to say that they can't get back on. For example, Volkswagen says that they are awaiting documentation, and they believe that the ID4 will get back on track. General Motors was proud to announce that their vehicles still qualify, the Bolt, the other Bolt, and the upcoming Chevrolet Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado pickup. The team at Ford Pro has put together some information to help Lightning owners tow cargo more effectively. Several reviews of the Ford electric pickup have come forth, including ours from Electrek, that notices sharp declines in range while towing. It's not really Ford's problem, it's just physics in all reality. But Ford Pro, the commercial-facing enterprise from Ford, says that intelligent towing practices can make the grade. They advise considering the impact of aerodynamics, power consumption, speed, and so on. Also, Ford Pro's intelligent range towing feature collects data like speed, temperature, available battery energy, driving habits, and route planning to determine how much energy drivers are using in real time while towing. That's a really handy way to address range anxiety, though the numbers don't lie, and towing does take a bite out of range. BMW's i7 electric sedan is getting a performance upgrade from BMW M. With a dual electric motor all-wheel drive system delivering up to 811 pound-feet of torque and 660 horsepower, the upcoming BMW i7 M70 is the fastest, most powerful EV ever produced, according to BMW. The usable 101 kilowatt-hour battery can launch the vehicle from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in as little as 3.7 seconds. Max range, according to WLTP rating, is 348 miles. The i7 M70 will be among the brand's first models to include the updated BMW Operating System 8.5, which offers a newly designed home screen and quick select functions. For BMW's performance fans, the automaker has confirmed that they will include a fully electric performance 5 Series sedan. We'll keep you posted on both of these ventures. Dutch company ChargeArm has developed an overhead charging arm that keeps an EV charging cable off of the sidewalk. At Electrek, we'd like to ask you, is this good or just a good try? The target market is for people who are installing these at their homes and need a charging cable to cross the sidewalk. There are practical limitations for those, such as other people parking in front of the homeowner, which would negate the charger access, and also installing such a device would require permits and planning and permission that really doesn't have a precedent set quite yet. It could be a great solution for municipalities who have the lumber to swing regarding permits and also aren't afraid to use taxpayer dollars. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section on YouTube. Speaking of the comment section on YouTube, in today's community comment, we have a comment that says, "Hi, thanks for the good daily updates so I can easily catch up with what's going on. However, have you guys ever heard about Mullen Automotive? I don't remember you ever talking about it. I stupidly invested $2,000 on them." Well, I'm sorry to hear that. There are a few companies out there with various forms of prototypes out there who are calling for investments in the future. Some of them show actual good promise, like Aptera, and we feature them knowing full well that the product is not finished and that it is a difficult path ahead. Other companies we've reported on seem like an outright scam, and some of them we don't know a whole lot on, so we kind of stay quiet. But regarding Mullen, there is a little bit to tell you. There isn't too much that we know other than what we see, and it actually has a fairly deep history compared to other EV startups. Back in 2017, they tried to raise money to bring back the long-dead Coda electric car. I doubt that went anywhere. And then in late of 2018, Mullen made a deal with Chinese company to make the Qian2 model here in the States. But it doesn't seem that that one panned out either. Following a merger in 2020, Mullen pivoted its strategy once again and began focusing on its own ground-up EV model called the 5 crossover. And with these plans, they have been sitting on it ever since. For some reason, in 2022, Mullen spent $148.2 million to purchase cash and stock for 60% of the failing EV startup called Bollinger Motors. And then after that, by a month, Mullen bought Electric Last Mile Solutions, or ELMS. With that came the purchase of a factory, presumably with the capability to at least begin making the various vehicles that they announced, which at this point are the Chinese sports car, the Bollinger truck, the Bollinger SUV, the Bollinger commercial vehicles, and their own 5 and 5 RS. And maybe the ELMS commercial vehicle, but I doubt that and the Bollinger one separately. Previously, Mullen said that they intend to launch the commercial delivery vehicles from Class 1 through 3 this year in 2023 and crossover production sometime in 2024. At this rate, it sounds like the company is spread quite thin. I'm not going to advise viewers where they should invest their money, but I would say look into as many details as possible for as many sources as possible to make a wise investment. Thanks for watching Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great investment.